Selain Budiram, 1 tumbang, 2 tumbang, dan winner chicken dinner didapatkan oleh Alter Ego Limax, sebuah WWCD yang membuat kita harus mengatakan Alter Ego layak dan pantas ada di PMGC final.
Alter Ego, go go go! Luar biasa sekali pertunjukan yang ditampilkan.
Kami tidak pernah menyangka giliran ini akan datang. Didorong dengan dukungan dan harapan yang membuat kami percaya bahwa kami tidak sendirian. Kali ini bukan hanya tentang sekedar berjuang, namun untuk siapa kami harus menang. Untuk mereka, untuk kita, untuk Indonesia. Terima kasih untuk kesempatan ini.
Sangat disayangkan ternyata Titan join fight di sini. Tidak hanya Alpha 7, hanya menyisakan satu yang terakhir Liquid. Low banget Liquid, granat. Oh no, granat tersebut memulangkan semua pemain Bigetron.
Memang di fight karena bagian dalam dan ternyata di low tertek juga ke masih berdansa. Ternyata terbait oleh tim Warp. Warp luar biasa sekali bisa melakukan bait karena bagian defense dengan sangat baik karena dia tahu di bagian depan maju.
Untuk Genesis Doma ngeras maju karena bagian depan ibu-ibu beli beras. Ayo kita rush maju tembak dan ternyata malah bom Devoto. Hanya tersedia ibu suara diri saja. Wah, teman. Sangat disayangkan.
Kita Indonesia.
Kita Indonesia.
Kita Indonesia.
Kita Indonesia.
Kita Indonesia.
Kita Indonesia.
Kita Indonesia.
Kita Indonesia. Indonesia.
Fast.
Hello everyone, I'm Zen. Hello guys, I'm Yohai. Their team is very good one, strong one. They have good communications. They know how to react in last circles and how to control everything.
T2K, I started know them since PMPL with Southeast Asia, right? You fight with SPG, right? Yeah. Started from there, I see that they're a very big potential team from Nepal.
I think I'll win.
You think you will win?
Yeah.
I think I will win.
Oh, let's
So let's see. 1v1 challenge.
Let's start.
Team match, let's go.
Wow, wow.
That was nice one.
Thank you. Oh, luck, bro, luck.
Don't win, bro.
Okay.
Yes.
GG. First game.
I just you won.
Okay.
It's fine.
I thought
It was OP.
I'm gonna win.
Yeah, I take my war back.
You won.
Game 2. I'll take my revenge.
You sure?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's see who's the best shooter.
Wow, he's too good. Keep some point for me, bro.
Okay.
I think that's enough for.
No, I need to win, bro. Oh, so hard.
Oh, okay.
Finish.
Wow. Both. I have chance.
You have chance?
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. Nice. One more, brother. Let's go. Nice. You got 60 points. I got 55. I lose. So game 3. Let's start now.
Let's go.
I'm coming, brother.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, I just give you a chance on it.
Ah.
Now, I told you I'm gonna win.
Whoa. That was nice.
Thank you, Ralph.
Whoa. It's okay. One more left.
One more. Good luck, good luck.
You saying good luck and taking all the kills.
Where are you? Oh, you here.
I was hiding there.
Don't see you. I still win 2 rounds. He win 1 round. Let's go for the punishment. Which one will you like to choose?
I'll be choosing this one.
And
this one.
so guys, I need to choose this one. And Killer, where it are? How do I look?
How do I look? You look too good.
Too good.
Yeah.
You know it?
Yeah, I find it very interesting because we get to know each other a lot. So it was very fun.
I'm so happy to meet Jen from T2K, and yeah, we have fun together. To all my fans, everyone fans, don't forget to support us and don't forget to watch us on the grand final in Jakarta.
जो जो हुन्छ सबैजना अब पब्जी मोबाइल हेर्नेहरू सबैजनाले सपोर्ट गरिदिनु होला। हामी नेपालबाट नेपाललाई रिप्रेजेन्ट गर्न आएको यहाँ। सो सबैजना अब पब्जी मोबाइललाई फलो गरिदिनुहोस् र गेम अब आउँदैछ छिटै हेरिदिनु होला। धन्यवाद।
10 üzerinden 7. Doğru yaptığı yer de var, yanlış yaptığı yer de var.
미쳐 나ras. Hindi ko nagya.
Never play with fire.
ผมอาจจะเต้นไม่ค่อยแข็งแรงนะครับ แต่ในเกมผมแข็งแกร่งครับ
You watch me.
Fast.
On üzerinden 7. Doğru yaptığı yer de var, yanlış yaptığı yer de var. O yüzden. Şimdi size doğru olanını göstereyim.
Fast.
미쳐 나ras. Hindi ko nagya. Bi өөрөө тэгэд нэг 11 оноо. Тэгээд би чад та харуулъя.
Good try. A bit awkward, but yeah. I would like to give him 5 for 10. Okay lah, it's not bad. But I will show you what's the real PUBG dance. You watch me.
Fast.
ที่เหลือผมก็เล่นให้มันสนุกครับ ใครขวางผมฆ่าหมด I never give up to anything.
Grand finalde her daim olduğu gibi şampiyonluğu hedefliyoruz. Never give up, we are Fireflies. Never play with fire.
Бид нэр бэлгийн аврагтаар хамаг чадлаараа бүх юмаа ажиллаж тавина. Бид нар тоглолт эхлэхээс өмнө бид бол сталворт гэж нэгнийгээ зоригжуулж, нэгэнд дэм өгч олдог.
I perform very well, and I will show them my true color, my true pure skill, and I will try to beat them as far as I want to. So that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to watch us and support us in the grand final.
İzlediğiniz için teşekkürler. Grand finalde
Final дээр уулзцаа.
the one.
Welcome everybody to PMGC 2022. My name is Felix and I'll be your desk host throughout the next 3 days. I genuinely could not be more excited, especially since this is my first time on the desk. Luckily, I'm not alone. I'm joined by none other than Maxman and 7 Worlds Gaming. How are you guys doing?
Doing fantastic. Thank you so much, Felix. We are here. The teams are here. The audience is here right now.
Oh, yes.
All here to try and take home that trophy. 7, I cannot wait to get into the action here.
I am ready, baby. We've been waiting for this for so long that we are finally here, as you guys have been saying. I can't wait to see who's going to be the champion. I can't wait to see who's going to end up surprising us, because we know one thing. Somebody is going to surprise us, and can Nova get a 3-beat? Back to back to back?
That's a lot of trophies. We'll have to see. But AI Chief from Mongolia, one of the 2 teams from Mongolia. The first time we have 2 teams from this region in PMGC Grand Finals. And really, with their performance in the League Stage 7, a clear chance they can be a contender for that trophy.
They can definitely be a contender. One of the main questions for me out of this team, though, is in the last chance, they actually didn't get any chicken dinners yet that were still able to qualify.
So consistent.
I want to see if they can get at least a chicken dinner here on day 1.
Oh, I love that. Look at him just doing the little heart into the audience. And I just want to say this. The energy in this room, the energy in this area is absolutely mind-blowing. Look at this. They are just screaming for everyone. I love it. I love it.
It's absolutely amazing. I mean, for Angry Men, also another team coming in from China with Span. I would have to call 7 the Giga Chad of the tournament. He's played already in PMGC. He's already played at this stage with players that have never been making it to a PMGC Grand Finals. He allowed his team to make it. He gave his international experience to them, and now they're aiming high. They're aiming to potentially beat their friends on Nova Esports.
It really is, and I want to see how they're going to be able to perform here, especially 33 Span. As you mentioned, he hasn't actually been here since 2020. Will this be the year that they're actually going to be able to put up a great performance and state their name internationally even more? I can't wait to see what 4 Angry Men are going to be doing.
They look very serious, and they are serious in-game as well. I love it. For Angry Men, I gotta say, personally, I don't even want to say, but I would rate them in this tournament, in this finals. I don't know, but just disregard that.
Hey, a massive F, okay? Hopefully you know F's in the chat for them. but I mean, clearly,
Please
hopefully not.
welcome
But
Five
clearly
Flux
looking at the big contender. But 5 Flux,
from
a team from
Turkey.
Turkey. They beat the record with the most elimination 7 for a single chicken dinner, 27 in the spring season. Turkey's been just growing so much in the past few years, and right now maybe at a level where they can compete for the trophy.
I was so lucky to meet them in Istanbul last month, and these guys, I talked to them. How are you guys feeling going into this World Championship? This is once in a lifetime experience, essentially, right? You don't get another chance at this. Potentially, right? Because the qualifiers are so hard. And they're saying, we're going into this guns blazing, we have the confidence, we are just the type of persons and the character as well to be able to win this and take this home. And honestly, after meeting them, I am convinced they are.
And for me, Fireflux has to be the clutch factor, because this team, it came down to the last game of Group Green for them to actually clutch it up and get here to the Grand Finals. I'm hoping it doesn't stay until the last game. I'm hoping they're able to clutch up right away.
I mean, Group Green, the group of death,
yes.
right? Able to make it through, that came out as a really big surprise, but right now they made it to the highest stage possible.
Yep.
And I'm telling you, Turkey, they've been looking so
It's
good.
DRS
Can they go
Gaming,
the entire way? We'll have to see these next 3 days.
We'll have to wait and find out, as we do have DRS Gaming.
DRS Gaming, yes. Was that DRS Gaming already on the stage?
It's going quick.
Oh yeah, it's going quick. Just popping out of the tunnel over there. I like these guys too, right? Just wanna shine with that information. I talked to them as well. One of their moms is actually their manager, and it was completely lovely talking to them and these guys as well. They're so incredibly confident in this. You can just tell when talking to them, they know who they are. They know who they are as players, as individuals. And I think that as well is something that, the winner mentality, you just feel it sometimes. And that's something that is needed and necessary to be able to perform at the highest, the very, very highest level.
I gotta feel, it almost feels like it would be illegal to not have DRS in a PMGC. They make it every single year. They're just here, you don't know how. And they once again representing the PAL, and they made it so often to this stage. Wouldn't it be great to see the PAL win on the biggest stage here in the Grand Finals and take the trophy? It could happen. It could be this year in 2022.
And I would have to agree with you on that. DRS, I mean, we're used to seeing them PMC, but this is actually their first
Next,
PMGC
making
Grand
their
Finals.
PMGC
Will they crumble or
debut,
will they rise up?
it's Influence Kenny
That's a big
from
storyline. Hopefully it'll
Brazil.
be the case, but we've got some big contenders. We'll have to see how one goes, be it that's for you here, Seven. Influence Kevin will look in so good, especially in their stage.
Yeah, the only team, especially out of Brazil, that was actually able to qualify to the Grand Finals from group stages. We have seen amazing potential at this team. I mean, what else can we say about them, right? They have such great quality players. Brazil, we're talking about Turkey. I'm going to talk about Brazil. Because there's just so many great players from Brazil. I can't wait to see what they're going to be doing, Max.
What was it? 3 out of 4 teams from Brazil all made it to the final. That's an insane success ratio, Seven. I understand why you love the region. They clearly showed up, but so far it's been Nova. It's been Nova again. They got themselves the win. Another region that can get it definitely is Brazil. And I mean, they've been looking so hard in the league stage. If they keep on going here, they could go the entire way.
I believe. I'm saving my Brazil pick though. I think everybody will know which one it is.
Which one? I'm not too sure.
From Turkey, it's S2G Esports.
One of the most clutch qualifications in the Grand Final. Razy been able to clutch versus LGD. In this game right now, you can see on your screen one singular player up against the entirety of LGD qualifies his team. That is by far my favorite game of PUBG Mobile ever since I started casting, and Razy is the one to make it happen.
Wow, and also you were telling me that you were a big fan of Kelsey. You just said his name.
He's amazing.
Yeah, you were saying he's one of the best players in Europe for you. And I was quite surprised by the statement, not because it's super far-fetched, but because I would have some different names up there in terms of also international experience when we talk looking at HVP, who did make it to the finals right now. So that statement surprised me, but then again, as you said, they are here. And they're looking to take it home.
Exactly, I think it's Silas that just gave so much experience to his team, and now Kelsey in particular, as you said, a player that I'm looking at here that can shine so brightly in these finals. You've got so many other teams there. I mean, we're hyping up every team. Just going to show how tough this competition is going to be for these next 3 days.
I'm getting flashbacks of when I got to do group
From
range during
Malaysia,
group stages, and that was group of death, and now this is like the ultimate group of death for everybody.
Yeah, it was like a fever dream group of death, I think, to some extent, but so many other teams are just looking absolutely fantastic, and Geek Fam so dominant in the league stage. Really, my expectations were like middling for this team, but the domination in the league stage, 61-point lead above 4 Angry Men, the team that has once again been looking so good in their home region of China, and now we got there's a lot of fans of Geek Fam in the crowd. We saw them earlier, and especially with Yuhai on the board, you just can't go wrong.
Add me to that group of fans, because you just mentioned the name that I wanted to talk about. Yuhai, he had an amazing performance during group stages during the whole year, and I think he's starting to step it up in a big way, and I feel like this might be an even more of a breakout performance in PMGC Grand Finals.
I mean, he was playing with BTR too. Like, this guy's just been getting so much experience. It can pay off in this event right now, Alex.
Yes, 100%.
Next,
the fans have come from all around the world right now. We saw Malaysian fans right there in the crowd. Supporting that team right now in Jakarta, Indonesia, which, you know, we are live here from as well. We're going to see us in a minute, don't you worry. Yeah, this is just my point. Esports is bringing us together, PUBG Mobile is bringing us together, and, well, that's not wasting time. Let's go on to the next team. Already up.
Godlike Star Wars, I don't want to talk about them too much because the curse is around.
in case you're wondering, last year during PMGC Grand Finals, whenever Max actually picked them, they ended up in 7th place, and they were one of the favorite ones, Max. Are they still one of your favorite teams?
I went to talk to Senator from a distance to not give the curse, you know.
You didn't shake hands, did you?
No.
Okay.
No. Smart fist bump, does that count? I'm not sure. Oh, too much maybe. But he said they're looking really confident, and I think that this is the best form this team has currently looked into in a long time. Once again, 2 Mongolian teams, this is the one that has the highest chance, in my opinion, to maybe take the trophy.
And I hinted at it. I mean, I was talking about Group Green, the group of death during the death stages. Guess what? This team ended up winning that group. So I think they are more than ready. And I think if there was ever a time for
the dark horses in their PMGC debut, it's Barrowman United Esports of Thailand.
Not only a team that dominated in Group Red, a team that we didn't really know about too much on this stage, but a team with the sickest jersey, I have to say.
Yes.
They are dripped out of their mind.
I was going around just over here in the venue trying to find somebody that was maybe willing to just sell me their jersey. I couldn't find anybody, so I think I might have to do something else. We'll have to wait and see though.
I think it's your product.
It probably is. One of the 9 teams also that qualified directly into the Grand Finals through the group stage. And we see them coming out right now.
Look at
I do believe they're plenty of fans here in the arena as well. I saw some earlier, some visitors, some of the audience walking in with their jerseys actually. So maybe that's an opportunity for you as well.
I feel like, yeah, we'll have to. I'm not putting my hopes up. Just look at it. It looks so good.
Oh.
Can I do that? I know you guys can't see us right now, but I'm definitely trying to look.
Wait, let me try as well.
Oh, okay, yeah, you got it. Matt. Oh, hey, we'll do it. We're coming in like
With the Boomerang Rap boys, look at that.
It's their merch.
Please
their merch
welcome
and their play style.
Inco Gaming from
Inco
Brazil.
Gaming. All right, this is it's still not my Brazilian pick. Okay, still not my Brazilian pick. But the performance that this team had, there is one big question mark for me, and that is all these players. I mean, Nenebete especially. I feel like that player alone put the team on his back, Max, and got him here to the grand finals. And to be fair, I mean, for all these players, it is their first grand finals. I'm really excited to see how they're going to be reacting to that.
I'm just going to give a tip to all the teams and players out there. If you're against Nenebite and he has a DBS, don't fight it. Just run, get a buggy, just get out of it, okay? And you'll have a better chance. But they're looking so strong as a team once again. Brazil, we're just talking about the region. Every team that's here is like not just one team clearly is above the rest. Like they're all looking so confident right now. And look at that. I see this guy, he's just aiming for the trophy here.
Looking confident, looking good too. Inco Gaming, all right. I'm excited to see what they're going to be doing, Alex.
100%. Also, got to say, all of these teams, obviously, they are in the Americas region as well. And I do have to say, well, this may have been, it's so sad that we have none of the NA teams here.
You by direct invitation.
All of the teams that come from the Americas
Let's
region.
welcome Wolves Esports from China.
Don't break my heart.
Me and said it on Koku because there's no NA teams, there's no Western Europe teams. We're like, let's not talk about that. Come on, let's just forget about it for a minute.
Oops, I miss you.
Why did you have to bring that up?
Oh boy, but otherwise got Wolves, of course, you know, a team that previous SMG team, first time played outside of their region here, 7, and a lot of question marks. Can they play to the level of which 4 Angry Men have been able to do in the past, especially as well as Nova has been able to do in the past? There's a lot of questions surrounding this team, but right now they need to show up in these 3 days.
And I think they're going to be able to surprise a lot of teams. They didn't really get a chance to play in the group stages or any of the stages before this as they qualified directly. I feel like they're going to be surprising a lot of teams. And something to keep in mind too, with Wolves being here, that is now 3 Chinese teams. And we were talking about this before the show started. I think it might be the first time in Grand Finals, and I'm pretty sure if we're wrong, somebody's going to correct us on Twitter, but I think it might be the first time in Grand Finals that we get 3 teams from China, which is crazy.
The odds of the trophy going back to China
are
strong.
very high.
Yeah, very high, okay? Give it to someone else though, share the love, please.
Next team coming up is going to be T2K trying to eliminate. And, well, I was talking to you earlier because I wanted to highlight them especially because that is the second team coming out of the Nepal region. And for me, myself, I thought, you know, it is an incredibly strong region, but I had my hopes up for some of the other regions. I would not have expected Nepal to bring 2 into it, but you were just completely on the other side. It was like saying Nepal, that was almost expected at that point.
Exactly. The thing is that Train to Kill, to get here, they had to absolutely shatter the hopes and dreams of other teams, especially Reject from Japan. Japan was looking so good in the league stage, and it was like, go back from which you came, go back to your region, and we are going to be making it to the grand finals. So you're taking down some top teams outside of your region. Now they've got to live up to the expectations. They need to perform here.
They essentially eliminated the
Join
whole
us
region
by direct invitation.
The home team, we saw the crowd going wild earlier. There's drama in here. There's just almost the whole stadium just supporting Eggy, and I can understand why. These players are fantastic.
Yeah, Alter Ego. I mean, I'm excited. I'm really hoping deep down within my heart that they do amazing here because I want to see this crowd absolutely pop off next.
Hopefully. And the thing is, right, this is the team that qualified directly for the finals. They qualified through Indonesia points throughout the entirety of the year. That shows to me here, 7, consistency. If this team can play at that level on this stage, chances are the trophy might not go very far and just remain in Indonesia. That would be amazing. But no, taking down teams like EVOS and BTR, Alter Ego, the pressure is on their shoulders. Can they live up to the expectations?
And that's something that I'm so happy that you brought up because they are one of the only Indonesian team here, right?
Yeah.
The pressure is going to be massive for them. When they get a chance to actually spend some time with the players and talk to the coach, they seem very comfortable. They seem very confident too, so I think they will have a good performance.
And that's a big question mark. Is a crowd like that also a big opportunity to, you know, boost your confidence, or is it maybe a different variable in terms of, you know, nervousness, in terms of, do you really feel comfortable playing at a stage like this with pretty much the home crowd at your back?
If we go based on what we saw earlier in the year, when we go back to PMWI, a lot of the Saudi Arabian teams did pretty well with the home crowd. Yeah, so I think it will play in their favor.
Of course, Alpha 7, I don't even really want to to talk about them. I think that's your thing, Seven. Like, you have the rights to talk about them. Go for it.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've been hyping it up. I'll be talking about my pick for Brazil, and this is my pick right here. If there was ever a time for Alpha 7 to do great in the grand finals, I feel like this is the grand finals where they're going to be able to showcase that. This is a team that in the previous 2 PMGC finals, they have finished in 9th place twice. And that's just something that I know they're not going to be looking to do here in this grand finals, especially Revo. I mean, he's been playing out of his world. I feel like with Alpha 7, they usually tend to rely a lot in Carrillo, and that is not the case this year. A lot of the other players are stepping up in a big way.
I don't know if you saw that, the stare down of Carrillo. I mean, this man has got determination.
And I was scared back here. I was scared back here, let me tell you.
Some people have been doubting him in the case because he hasn't
Please
been
welcome
MVP in a while.
Vampire Esports of
Yeah, it could be happening. I mean, the
Thailand.
determination is definitely there, but Vampire, we need to bring up this team. Not only the whole region of Thailand has been looking so strong, but the back-to-back winners in the main tournament and after-party showdown of EMWI 2022 in Riyadh. Like, you have 2 different events. The fact that they just win both so dominantly really comes out of nowhere. So really, Vampire, now PMWI, done. Ticked off that box. PMGC is next. Can they make it happen?
And we were talking about, writing history with an event like this. They have already written history this year. And now it's time to maybe get a little bit closer to Nova in terms of just general success in the scene. Sure, maybe that isn't going to, even if they win this, maybe this isn't going to put them on the same level, but we are getting there. And that is their goal. I know these players really need this. They really want this. You've been talking to these guys as well. And, well, if there is any time in history to make something happen, it is now.
Exactly.
The big question mark for me out of Vampire Esports is how are they going to start in day 1? If they do start slow, they usually tend to struggle the whole tournament. Hold on, give me a second. I gotta listen to this.
Champions, Nova of China.
The back-to-back champions of PMGC Grand Finals. And I think it's safe to say that they are maybe they are the favorite team to probably try to repeat back-to-back-to-back.
I love the interview of Powerboy too. He's like, oh, it was actually surprisingly easier to qualify to the finals this year. I'm like you've got some teams like Nigma Galaxy, you've got a team, so many good teams that did not qualify. Like, oh, easy peasy, mate. Don't even think about it.
They had the group there, and he said that. And it was so easy that, you know what, I was going to save this for later as we were talking about it, but I'm just going to say it now. I actually got a chance to talk with Powerboy, and he told me that he has switched his button layout. He's going to be going from 2 fingers to 4 fingers. And he's doing that change just for PMGC. And the reason why he's doing that is because he just feels like trying new tricks to make the game more fun for himself.
It's the equivalent of what you get in that game of pose. You're like, okay, serious mode activate. Like, because the league stage, this is very like Nova. League stage, a little bit all over the place. The finals, when they have a goal to just aim for, that's when they play at their peak. And especially Orda and Paraboy are still on top, still the 2 best players, if not the best players in the world. The thing is, can they be taken down in this form? It is not going to be easy.
It's not going to be easy, but I mean, we've been saying if there is going to be a time, I think it will probably be this PMGC with all the quality that we have.
And with that being said, we are going over to the stage to Banks and Donaviska. Enjoy, guys. Take it away.
Hello and welcome to the 2022 PMGC Grand Finals. My name is Banks and I am your host, and I'm joined on the main stage by my incredible co-host. It is, of course, Donaviska.
Halo semuanya, selamat datang di 2022 PMGC Grand Final. Wow. Selamat datang teman-teman semuanya. Saya Donaviska sebagai host kalian, dan pastinya ada Banks di sini sebagai partner saya yang luar biasa.
PMGC brings together the world's greatest mobile gamers, and after a month of explosive action throughout the league, the survival stage, and of course the last chance qualifier, we are now left with the top 16 teams in the world.
Yes, betul sekali. PMGC ini sudah menyatukan mobile gamers terbaik di seluruh dunia. Dan setelah 1 bulan aksi yang memukau kemarin, dari babak liga, dari babak survival stage, dan juga last chance qualifier, akhirnya pada kesempatan kali ini kita telah melihat ke-16 tim terbaik di dunia yang pada kali ini akan bertanding.
So, where are we? Well, it is my pleasure to announce to you that we are coming to you live from Jakarta, Indonesia, where the best of the best are going to go head-to-head to see who has what it takes to claim that $1.5 million prize pool and, of course, the PMGC trophy.
Dan pastinya senang sekali kita live di sini dari Jakarta, Indonesia. Akhirnya hal ini sudah kita tunggu-tunggu sejak lama sekali dan kita bisa menjadi saksi. Tim manakah yang menjadi tim terbaik di dunia di tahun 2022 ini yang akan mendapatkan prize pool 1,5 juta USD dan pastinya PMGC Trophy.
So Donna, today we're going to be kicking things off with a free-for-all show match. That means that our players will not be playing as teams, they will be flying solo for this one.
Ya, that's right, Bangs. Dan teman-teman semua, sebelum kita masuk kepada inti acara pada hari ini, kita akan punya show match terlebih dahulu yang sedikit berbeda. Kalau misalnya mereka biasanya bermain secara full squad, kali ini mereka akan bermain sendiri-sendiri dalam solo match.
So without any further ado, I believe it is time to see some more familiar faces on your screen. So we're going to head over to the analyst desk where they can break everything down before we dive into today's show match.
Well, baiklah tanpa basa-basi lagi, langsung aja kita oper ke analis desk kita karena mereka sudah bersiap-siap jadi host dan juga analis kita. Silakan.
And there we have it. We're actually on camera, guys. Welcome to PMGC 2022. Once again, my name is Felix. I'm joined by the beautiful Maxman and 7 Worlds Game. How are you guys doing?
I'm doing fantastic, and we're not online. We're here. It feels so unreal, 7, to be here. I think every single time we've done an event together is like almost like online somewhat.
Yeah.
But we're here with the team, with the fans,
with the players
it feels
too.
So good. The players are pretty important. The fans are here too, though.
Yes, they're gonna get me hyped up. Okay, we heard them screaming. We saw the Indonesian people, the talent, getting them hyped too, and I was like, yes, this is what I've been missing.
This is pretty hyper right now.
I've had goosebumps, literally goosebumps the first time. Everyone just walked in, audience is full. Before, my goodness, I am just already nervous. Game starting
It's
soon.
really
Before
hype,
we get
don't
into the first show match of the day, we quickly want to take a moment to thank our sponsors, and especially the Xperia One Mark IV. I've got it here. Look at this. Xperia One Mark IV and the Xperia Stream, which were co-developed in collaboration with professional esports players. Play PUBG Mobile with Xperia Stream's total cooling system and multiple ports for intensive gaming and streaming. And also, obviously, we do want to thank Prime Gaming. If you haven't heard about Prime Gaming, you've probably lived under a rock for the last years because it's just in everyone's mouth. With Prime Gaming, you do get free in-game content for lots of games. And also, PUBG Mobile, free items, premium content, so make sure to sign up and check it out. Also, last but not least, we want to thank the PBESI, which is the local esports association in Indonesia, for supporting this event. Thank you to you guys as well. One more notice for you guys at home. If you haven't noticed, there is a PMGC fan favorite vote going on right now for the grand finals. So if you have a favorite in mind, and I think all of us do, let's be honest, then make sure to collect PMGC tokens in the Erangel map and use them to vote for your favorite team in the esports center. You will find all of that in-game, so make sure just to open your PUBG Mobile app and you'll be right there. Next up, a quick reminder for you guys at home. I know you've seen this a million times, but make sure to follow us on all the social media platforms. You see it right here. We've got YouTube, we've got Instagram, we've got Facebook, TikTok, Twitter. Everything is available for you guys at home. So make sure to just check it out.
Show match, baby.
Oh, yes. Let's get into the spicy parts for today. Today's matches will be starting off with a show match, and it is $3,000 in prize pool for the first one. But there's something special about this show match. It's not just any show match. Tell me about it.
It's actually going to be not a team play, it's just everyone going solo. And I have one big question for this one, right? It's going to be, are we going to see potentially a support or an IGL win instead of fraggers? Because you would think fraggers would have a little bit maybe of an advantage going into this game mode. I would love to see if another kind of role than fragger might get the win here.
Oh, man. You know what? I'm actually going to answer that question. I think an IGL might take it.
Ooh, I mean, good rotations.
Yes, great rotations, put themselves in the right place, take only a fight when they need to. I feel like a fragger might just send it. That's what I would do.
But I'm thinking about it now because because now all the teams are going to be split. Are they all going to drop together in the same area, or they're just going to like split out?
No.
You'd have like a mini battle royale in each city, and then you just got one survivor. Like you got the Pachinki survivor, you got the Yasnaya Polyana survivor. There's so many ways this could go down to like initiate things. It's just good fun.
I feel like that's not how the players want to start their their PMGC Grand Finals.
Just mad at your teammate the entire
day. Their first elimination is your teammate that you're going to be playing 18 matches with. Don't do that. Just go away from it. But to answer your question, let me bring this scenario up, okay? Who would you take if it's Jimmy from Nova Esports
or Paraboy, or Order. I was going to say Order.
Yeah.
Just don't leave my boy Order out there, but Order. I'll go Order.
My boy Jim.
I thought you were going to pick like a player from Alpha 7. What's going on?
That's for later. Relax.
Ah, okay. Too soon.
I do have to say though,
You stole $3,000 from me.
I was thinking, because I used to be in IGL back when I played as well, and just the general thought process of where you would drop, right? Normally you're used to your own drop spots, essentially, right? So I feel like you kind of feel yourself pulled there like a magnet to some degree. But then again, you will see all your teammates. Anyways, let's quickly head on over to the show match participants. Who is going to be playing? To no surprise to you at home, we have everyone here. We've got all the teams in their own rights, and that means, well, all of these players will have their own teams. Essentially, they're playing for themselves, but the players themselves will come from the teams that we have in the PMGC Grand Finals either way. So there we have it. S2G, A7, Vampire. Everyone is here. Everyone is going to be coming in. 64 players, 3,000 for the winner.
Any predictions, Max?
I was going to say predictions. I have one that I think you can't really expect. I'm going to go with Kenzo from Biram.
Ooh.
Reason why, this guy, when we saw him play, he's just always sort of, oh man.
Wait,
it's a big movement.
Hold on. Ooh, okay. The Indonesian fans are coming in. They're bringing in the hype. Ooh. I'm loving this. This is a big group, by the way.
This is not, these are not fans, this is an army.
Alter ego, baby. They showed up. We were talking about, are they going to be feeling the pressure? Are they going to be feeling the love from their fans? I think they will now.
Because, of course, we didn't have enough people screaming earlier when Alter Ego were here. We needed more people.
They got the memo.
In terms of Alter Ego, tell me, guys, show match, Zolos, is that something that you think a player, especially someone that is so focused in towards, getting started, but you can't really because you have a show match coming up, is that something that you think will disrupt their state of flow to some degree?
No.
They want to start getting into the matches. Do you think that show match is not going to bother them at all?
Nah, this is just fun.
I think this is just to get the 4 fingers off Paraboy heated up. It's like, okay, now I'm feeling in a vibe. It's like a mini TDM, well, a pretty big TDM.
I think they're just going to be all having fun. And for my prediction, I think it's whoever ends up being blessed with the circle at the end.
You know what? Circles could be pretty important in PUBG Mobile in general. But yeah, I mean, it's just going to be, as we said, a fun game mode, right? It's just going to set maybe a few expectations for teams that are looking already hot.
I do hope if we end up with the 1v1 at the end, I want to see it pan off, okay?
Wait a minute. You didn't give your prediction.
I did.
Who was it? I forgot.
Whoever gets blitzed by the circle.
That's
that's a problem.
Okay. I'll tell you after the game.
What? No, you got... Okay.
I can tell you mine, though.
Oh, yeah.
I am going for the absolute GOAT that I was so scared to approach to take a photo, which is Paraboy. I'm just going to say it like that. I'm one of these Paraboy Instagram fan page scrolling guys. I literally am.
That's a cop-out answer.
I am.
It's too easy.
I know it's too easy, but I'll just go for it anyways because, if no one else doing it, then I will.
Look at the Alpha 7
so
people.
Much. It's very
soon
soon starting. We saw an army approaching the audience, and that army has just arrived to support their favorite teams. It might be Alter Ego. I do believe most of them were here for Alter Ego. And with that being said, we are very soon going over to the casters. With us today is none other than John Allen and the potentially most fashionable man in esports. Take it away, boys.
Thank you very much.
It's me, Blank.
It's Blank. That's who it is who's with me today. We are so excited to kick things off here for the PMGC with the show match. 1 versus 1's gonna be happening towards the end of it, but there's so much more to get through before that as well.
At least 64 1v1s could be happening right now. Well,
32?
32?
I don't know.
32. I would say 32, but it could happen. Well, let's not go into numbers here because it's going to get very confusing very quickly. We'll start having to multiplying on top of each other. We don't want to do that right now, do we? So we're going into our 1v1s here. This is our show match to start the day off. This is going to be a quick one, but this could be a really good place to cement yourselves as one of those players that you want to watch out for in the lobby, because I do think we have some hot contenders that looked great yesterday. The crowd is very loud at the moment, which makes me extremely happy. I'm going to feed off that energy like a vampire and bring it straight to the stage here.
Oh, fantastic. I like it. I like it. We were looking at a couple of the players. They were talking about them over on the desk. We were sort of looking around. My outside pick, I would say, for me, Kenzo. I'm looking for this guy who was really, really strong for Budoram during their performance, during the group stages, during those parts of the tournament.
For sure.
in a solo capacity, I think he's got the legs.
I think he does as well. I think he really does bring up the absolute speed on that team. And I think you look at a player like Nenebete, he's very, very good, very fast, very slick with it, getting into position, but a lot of times that is a case of getting those end game points. It's not necessarily getting up towards that top side. Was definitely a really, really strong player over in that league stage. Maybe another player that I'm looking at is Stoned from VPE. Ooh. Really, really strong player from there. Individually, very good. On the other hand of things, I do worry about that player sometimes because he is extremely good at the game, but he has his dips now and then. But I think that this could easily be a position where he's able to take on top. There's your boy. If you don't know who he is, get to know, and I'm sure you will do soon, so I'm not going to spoil anything just yet. But his name ends with Yang and starts with James, so just wait and see.
I'm sure we'll be hearing a little bit more from him later on. But going into this 1 versus 1, I feel like default winner, Order. Unless someone pops off, Order wins, right?
Yeah, so I was saying the same thing actually, right at the beginning. I was saying, you know, Order was a really strong player coming through from Nova. It feels like a cop-out pick though, really, you know. I want to choose someone else just because, you know, although it does feel like Order will probably go to this one and smash out the park, there's definitely a chance here for something else to happen.
Well, let's go right into game number 1 with Erangel starting from a military plane all the way up to the northeast side, Kameshki for the plane path on this solos game. Now, if you have seen the map before, you will be familiar that there are normally team colors blank. None of those colors exist this time around. It is all 4-1.
It's a grey world out here today, and it's a little bit of a grim world as well because you can go out real quickly. Other than the one yellow player that we do have on our screen, which should flit around a little bit. That's the one we're currently holding, following over on that map feed. But other than that little splash of colour, yeah, everyone's out to get one another during this lobby. Already we're getting players dropping down over towards Sosnovka here. T2K dropping together, in fact, which... Ooh, is it going to be, you know, T2K on T2K action right at the beginning of the game?
I mean, there's prize money on the line for this game as well, right? You know, it's when friends can become enemies. It looks like a little bit of damage dealt there. Legend seemingly unfazed by the presence of a teammate, but there are shots being loose down the corridor, so potentially a bit of a scuffle here on the T2K drop down south. For the early doors, a nade pin being pulled. King moves forward, steps in their ears. It doesn't quite manage to get the nade through the door. It's unfortunate, won't do too much damage there. Legend upstairs now with a Vector. Close range, devastating weapon. Rig, Tommy gun, equally powerful in these scenarios, especially when you're lacking the armor. Molotov to reposition. But no eliminations just yet.
Seems like T2K are drawing this fight out just a little bit. Can certainly move. It's the first circle as well that we have seen in PMGC. Over towards that western side of the map. A lot of water in this one. Should start to shrink pretty quickly though. Over towards Quarry side most likely. Could head up towards that north on Hospital. Just on that lower edge of Everest. But T2K not doing too much. It feels like... I don't know how I feel about this, in fact.
Well, no one wants to go down first, right? I feel like even within the team it's going to cause bragging rights, but we're going to hop over to a different fight. This is Nova. I think this is Order downstairs with Federal from Influence Kemin playing around the side. AKM in hand, double barrel reload needed to come through for Order. Reposition. Auto shotgun as well in hand, suppressing these windows. And Federal just does not want to give this angle. Spots Order, shots through the window, and default winner down.
I mean, Federal's the one to do it there. Coming through from his team, I mean, Federal really puts on a clinic over in his group. And Order just couldn't step to it. Quick peek around the window. Straight on the headshot. Order didn't see it coming.
Rig around the sideline, spots the player, has to duck back in, sees him still there. Behind the box, not going to go for it, doesn't have the angle. Rig looks for a second, but the armor is super damaged right now. Will not matter, a single bullet, all it takes. The Vector pushes, but allows Rig to move out through the side, drops all the way down and around. Goodness me, he's acrobatic today with it. Rig back downstairs and into a little bit of safety. Don't think there's too many meds on board yet, though.
Rig there with the first aid kit, can get back up to 70. On the other hand, T2K's other player, not looking so strong there. Does get the resupply on the third. Level 3 helmet there as well, some gear. Ooh. That's not going to see you too far with the amount of HP still on board. Alex from HC in Alamo currently. Looks down towards Kengzo from Buradam. So a lot of our big heavy hitters so far. Already taking a lot of damage. Order, I mean, out almost instantaneously. That's a Maxman curse for you.
That's right. That's what happens when Maxman turns his powerful gaze upon you.
Yeah.
You do wither sometimes. Got to be a
And
little
there
bit
he
stronger.
goes.
There's Kengzo.
Yeah.
There's my pick going down. It's
Dear
like,
me.
it's really all to play for on this one.
Be an unsurprising pick coming through. Ring with the 1v3 there. Takes them all down. Really, really well played. And now gets a very nice resupply. Only thing he's massively lacking at the moment is that medical supplies. But with the entirety of Sosnovka practically to his health, other than Alter Ego's Fnatic down towards that southwest side, it's pretty easy for him to pick up a nice amount of kit and get himself over towards that west side of the map.
Alex moving across the ground there in the open. Was pretty close to Kengzo, to be fair. We do call him that from time to time. He's got a lot of power. Power Boy now in a little bit of trouble against Lutz, pushing forward with the Bison, but from the grass, Power Boy stays alive. And Nova still have one of their heavy hitters.
I mean, you say Nova has one of their heavy hitters. They're all
one of the four.
Pretty big batters.
One of the four heavy
one
hitters.
Of the four heavy hitters, that's for sure. Potato coming against Alex from IHC, gets the DP out just a little bit more to put it in there, but can't finish it off.
Alex, slick with it around the back of the buggy. Playing a little bit too spiky for the Alter Ego home turf player.
Fortunate stuff there. Just a few bullets had to zip through, maybe the window or the chassis itself, but Potato's out in the open and Alex just had to bide his time. Quick peek, nice and easy. DRS rules.
Ooh.
Easily done there. Vitali's out and down. That's kind of DRS gameplay though. You know, you sit in the top of a house and just wait for someone. They are quite campy as a team, honestly. But I mean, if it works, it works, right? They get to have marshmallows as well, so I can't complain.
That was a cracking pre-fire on that. I really, really enjoyed that as well. He's heard those steps coming through. He's like, well, he's going to run through the door right now, so I'll just start firing before he even has the angle. Very, very well orchestrated there. I feel like in these solo scenarios, the value of nades is going to go up vastly, Blank, because you're just going to be able to completely wipe someone out instantly. Remember, there's no knocks. You can't get rezzed because you are playing solo.
Yeah, it will be one of those cases of just complete unfortunate circumstance of nade comes your way, you had no idea the player knew your position in the meantime, you're done, it's out, Federal looking for some kind of cover there, but Becker from Inco to finish the job. Federal's actually moving out back again. Those nice little Peeper Bison buffs coming through. Makes that thing absolutely deadly.
I think it was the suppressor as well on their Mythic from Alpha 7. Sees Remember crawling past the corner. There's the pin pulled. Remember will hear that. Pushes up to the wall as well. Mythic now position known. Remember hops out the back into the sidelines. Opens the door. Spots the ankle of Mythic, but doesn't manage to get one more bullet in that he needed. Mythic not really going to have the opportunity to heal just yet. Spots the player rotating on the outside, and Mythic's out up top. Wants to bank a nade off of the crates, but Remember not going to give him that chance from Wolf. Nade down the stairs, and it backs him off for now. The Chinese team want to keep their player alive, Remember.
Oh, flashbang.
Flashbang around the edge, but Mythic stays tucked in. Wants to spot it with the DBS, doesn't manage to land that first ka-chunk, but the second is good. Remember falls.
That's deep in the tummy as well. You're not recovering from that one. Surprised it took even just the one pump there.
Ooh,
probably half a pump would have done it.
Was that a nade both ways between
I think it might have been.
and I didn't catch who else it was, but
it
I think they just eliminated each other.
If it was Solke and Kelsey, then yes, because they were both rotating up on the top side of Stalber, and I don't see either of them anymore.
I'm pretty sure it was. Yeah, you know it was. It was S2G and Fireflux coming up in the elimination feed. So that's unfortunate. Neither of them going to get the chance to move further forwards. Revo, though, with his shot to take on Kayovsky from Influence Kemen. Nades going back and forwards. 3 in the pocket for Revo. Only 2 for Kayovsky as he launches another one over towards the tree. Will do a lot of damage there, but Revo stays alive for the moment.
Revo been absolutely killer over on Alpha 7.
There it is.
Unfortunately, Kayovsky's just got his number. Had a ton of grenades still left in the pocket. Kept sending them through. The job was done pretty easily off the back of that. IHC, there were a couple of players over on that western side, but as the circle shifts hard down towards that west. So on the coastal side, a lot of cover to be had. A lot of areas to be played. The yellows down on that west side as well, on the road. That could be a nice place to pick up. But again, these are very shareable spots here in the solos.
38 players remaining now as Rig did fall on the Sosnovka military base, the last remaining player of T2K who won out that scrap on the south. Will no longer have a member in action. They can turn their focus to the main tournament and watch the rest of this lovely show match.
Action, takes shots up towards Silas. Cannot quite get the job done though. Silas thinks to himself to maybe try and pick off some more players. Nova still running, I think, with 3 at this point in time, with Order being the only one to fall so far. 4 AM with 2 players up towards shooting range, and that box compound, that's MW. As well as one more. Influence Kemin, Kairovsky, Little Boy took out Law earlier, so 2 players still going from Influence Kemin. Very strong couple of set of players there.
Action from Stalwart. Very powerful himself. Little Boy there. Close to one of the geeks. Launches the nade. I feel like they know of each other's presence here. Damn rude. Wants to put a nade over. 5 nades as well. I feel like the players have kind of sensed the value of these nades go up in this solo scenario.
Yeah, it's the 1-2 punch, right? I mean, this is the meta getting instantly defined as we go on. This is more of a case of getting those nades. It comes later on in the game. You're able to get those bits of equipment much easier as you're able to journey through.
Oh.
Shotgun, though, from Action. Will take down Mythic. Stepped into the wrong building, buddy.
Shotguns both ways on that engagement. Mythic not given the space, not given that breathing room. Rules on the buggy now. Pushes the players from Alter Ego back, or the player, singular. Yuhai close to King. King spots him first, gets the drop on him, but Yuhai ducks back behind the cover, steps up for a challenge, but King finishes it off.
King from Nova. We used to call this guy the King Cobra because he was one of the ultimate snakes from Nova. Able to do some really good work towards that end game to pick themselves up some additional points towards that top 15, so it was very, very nice for them. It's cool to see him still hanging around with the boys, doing good work here over in the solos. I mean, it's such a big organization at this point in time for Nova. I think it's over $6 million currently earned in prize winnings. They can just afford to keep these players on and grab all the coaches and analysts they need to maybe shore up some of those mistakes.
So high value on infrastructure moving into the future of PUBG Mobile esports. Definitely worth investing in, and the value of that will be shown. Alter Ego finding another elimination over onto one more of the geeks. Ponbit moving through as well, northeast side of the next circle. As things start to get a little bit more tight and packed on that west